Welcome to the only show you ever need to watch to enjoy the greatest range of worldwide cruise holiday trips. Welcome to Cruise1st TV with Derek and Polly. Great to see you as always.
Yes, welcome along. We are indeed the only holiday show you need to transport you to incredible places, enjoy more of them and truly escape on board some of the most stunning and welcoming ships. Welcome with us on a journey like no other, with style and luxury guaranteed. Welcome to Cruising with Princess.
Step into a world of effortless elegance with Princess Cruises, where luxury meets warm personal service. From the moment you embark, you're welcomed into an experience designed to relax, inspire, and delight. On board, beautifully designed spaces invite you to unwind in style. Enjoy world-class dining curated by award-winning chefs. Unwind with spa treatments, or take in captivating entertainment that rivals the best on land. Whether lounging poolside or savoring sunset views from your private balcony, every detail is crafted with care. Luxury with Princess is not just what you see, it's how it makes you feel. Seamless service, thoughtful touches, and a sense of ease that turns every day at sea into something extraordinary. This is cruising the way it was meant to be: graceful, enriching, and truly memorable.
Yes, the joy of a Princess cruise is everything you wish for and more, with a whole host of exciting journeys ready for you to book today with extra low deposits, meaning that your dream trip can be secured today from as little as £99 per person.
And of course, with low deposits, we can make even more plans and lock in the greatest deals ahead of time. And that's exactly what this show is all about, looking into next year and making it happen today.
That sounds good to me. Now, coming up, we have a fabulous fjord spectacular next June, taking in not only the dreamy Norwegian fjords, but the Icelandic ones too. We also have another tantalising combination: Scandinavia and the Baltics. Yours to explore on a Princess cruise for May next year, and one not to be missed.
Absolutely. And the ships themselves you will love, with so much choice, amazing service, and that total escape that you've been yearning for. So let's head straight on our first trip, and it's a fire and ice escape for August next year. Where could we be going? You're going to love where it is, let me tell you. It's a 19-night holiday that starts right here in the UK in Southampton as you join Regal Princess to enjoy the first 15 fabulous nights.
Ooh, it's a hint there, the first 15 nights.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's got you thinking, hasn't it? Oh, let's just look around on board Princess Cruising. It's just lovely. Everything you could wish for on board. Amazing restaurants, lovely main dining. Then you've got your speciality as well. Lots of wonderful things to do, beautiful staterooms, fantastic entertainment. And one thing we might sometimes overlook, the shopping on board, which is just wonderful. I mean, something you might not expect if you haven't cruised before is the fact that there's such an array of tax-free and duty shopping. You can get all the sunglasses, designer handbags, beautiful jewellery. Bit of a treat, I think. Something a little bit extra you might not have known is on board.
Shopping. Trust that to be your first thing that you think about. This is a holiday, this is a getaway. But actually, one practical note on shopping: if you've forgotten to take something with you, an essential,
like a toothbrush.
They'll have it.
Of course.
Well, I was thinking about a nice evening dress or something, but toothbrush, that's fine, that's cheaper.
I was just thinking the thing I normally forget, that sort of thing. I think a standout on Regal Princess is probably the Sea Walk, a glass bottom walkway over the ocean. How beautiful would that be? Also, the Princess Watercolour Fountain Show. It's a nightly water, dancing and light show. Lovely, absolutely lovely. Movies Under the Stars, of course, iconic piece of Princess cruising, whichever ship you go on, where it can happen in the afternoon as well, not just necessarily in the evening. By the pool, the big screen comes out, a lovely film, maybe a sporting activity, something like that, a big game that's going on, padded seats on the loungers, blankets, popcorn. What a treat. A bit like when you watch movies and you see a drive-in movie and you think, I'd love to do that. Well, this is way more luxurious.
It is like that, but you're doing it on a ship, you're on the top deck, you look up and there's the stars and you are like, oh, That's different. That's really unusual, but I am loving it.
Oh, let's look at the spa. The treatments are amazing, but just having a thermal journey for the day is great. They also do packages, so if you want like a 3-day journey, or the more spa treatments you book, the cheaper it becomes. Oh, and another top tip is when you're having a port visit, often the spa treatments are reduced those days because the spa's a bit quieter. That would be nice, wouldn't it? A discount, who doesn't love a bargain? Oh, we're just looking at the shows, really amazing shows on board. You've got Fiera at the moment, Colours of the World, and Princess Live is a TV studio where you can enjoy shows, live game shows like Yes or No, trivia challenges, The Wait Show, which is a daily morning talk show. It's all going to be wonderful, and that's just the cruise part. The destinations, well, you're cruising out of Southampton, a day at sea. You'll arrive in the Orkney Islands in Kirkwall. Now, it's packed with history. You can go and see the impressive St Magnus Cathedral. It's right in the centre. You can explore ancient Neolithic sites, older than Stonehenge. Oh yes, nice historic journey here. We're going on to Lerwick, which is in the Shetland Islands. It's got a real Nordic feel to it. Rugged landscapes, dramatic cliffs all around. You can explore prehistoric sites here. Yeah, this is all about history. Prehistoric, wow. A day at sea. We're then in Akureyri in Iceland, which is your gateway to absolutely epic scenery. There's lovely excursions to Godafoss waterfall, one of Iceland's most beautiful waterfalls. Or there's lovely whale watching trips as well, fantastic excursions. On to Ísafjörður, which sits deep in the West Fjords, surrounded by steep mountains, still waters. You can explore tiny fishing villages, you can do hikes to waterfalls, just soak up the silence and the scenery. We're then going on to Grundarfjörður, which is one of Iceland's most photographed sites. It's all about scenery here. We've got waterfalls, volcanic peaks, wide open views. Whether you're on an excursion or just exploring yourself, you are in for an epic day. Reykjavik is next. Blue Lagoon is the sort of famous hot geothermic pools, but I've been there and I went to a newer one which was called Secret Lagoon, which was lovely, and it had a swim-up bar in it. I know, it was fantastic. A few days at sea crossing the Atlantic and you'll arrive in Halifax in Canada, which is full of maritime charm. You can stroll the lively waterfront, visit the historic citadel, or head out to Peggy's Cove to see that famous lighthouse we can see there. A day at sea, and we're going to cruise into New York, and we've secured you a 3-night hotel stay, and there's nowhere quite like New York. It's not like, say, you've been to London or other cities. There is just a buzz, there is just a feel about it. You have to experience it once in your lifetime. See those amazing sights like the Empire State Building, like the Statue of Liberty, go to Times Square. It's everything you hoped it would be and more. The vibe there, soaking up, is amazing before flying back home to the UK. So you're sailing from Southampton on Regal Princess for 15 nights of luxury, taking in the Scottish Isles, Iceland's dramatic scenery, crossing to Canada, and then 3 nights in New York. Wow.
Lovely. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Again, this ticks a lot of boxes, you know, for a lot of people watching right now. Starting off in the UK, ending up in New York, almost you don't mind what the journey is, but the fact that you've got just over 2 weeks of fabulous cruise to enjoy, and you're going to explore Iceland, for instance, this is brilliant, because this is an incredible adventure full of highlights, and you can book this today with an extra low deposit as well. Let's show you the price tag for the package first, because this is brilliant. You know, actually, I think of a lot of people looking at New York stays, you know, can spend that kind of money very, very easily. Very, very easily. Your deposit, by the way, on this holiday, it's just £99 each today for a limited time to get this booked right now for August next year. It is great. And this cruise is a bit of a rarity as well. I tell you what, this is why we say it's a bit of a needle in a haystack, because you start off in Southampton, just over 2 weeks of cruising to the Orkneys and to the Shetland Islands, and then across to Iceland. You've got plenty of time and plenty of ports in Iceland as well. And then you go to Canada, and then you end in New York with just a 4-day sea crossing there as well. So when you arrive in New York, you enjoy a 3-night hotel stay there in the Big Apple before you then fly back to the UK, which is absolutely brilliant. Remember, deposits of just £99 each today to get this booked. But that low deposit offer is only for a limited time. So here's the details that you need. It is superb, I think, actually, as an exploration, as an experience. I think this is really, really good. It's wonderful, and it comes at a nice time of year to go and do it as well. You know, just start of August, still our summer, still weather fairly reasonable as well, which is lovely. And of course, ending with that adventure in New York with a stay there too. And to get all of that at this price, plus of course the flight back from New York, is brilliant. You can make the cruise all-inclusive with Princess Plus. If you want more details, just talk to the team when you call 0800 953 4700 with that low deposit of £99 each, which is pretty good. That's great, isn't it?
It is. Right, our second Princess cruise is a real rarity. It's back on board the Regal Princess, and this time we're going to cruise from Iceland back to the UK. This 13-night package is for June next year, flying out from the UK to Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, where you'll have all the time you need to explore, revel and enjoy the highlights here with a 3-night hotel stay. Oh, Iceland is just wonderful. Like I mentioned before, going to the secret lagoon. Oh, you have to go on a trip to see the Northern Lights as well. That's fantastic when you're there. It's like nowhere else you've probably ever visited aboard. And they have this museum. Now, I'm not a museum person. It was the most interactive, exciting thing to go and visit, to learn about the glaciers. The way they present it and the way it's so interactive is wonderful, even for someone like me. So you'll enjoy that too, before joining the Regal Princess for this wonderful, wonderful cruise. Oh, it's back on board. 10 nights on board. I mean, you're going to love it. The restaurants, you've got main dining, that's fantastic. You've got buffet dining as well for breakfast, lunch and dinner. The International Cafe, lots of casual dining restaurants as well. Alfredo's Pizzeria, Ocean Terrace. But then if you do want some speciality dining on board, if you do fancy, you know, a bit of a treat, you have those princess favourites, Crown Grill, Chef's Table Luminaire, Sabatini's, and for like the ultimate experience, you can have balcony dining. So say you've treated yourself to a balcony stateroom, and maybe you're just celebrating being on holiday. You can have breakfast, maybe a champagne breakfast brought to you, or in the evening, imagine having a private dining experience on your balcony. That would be such a treat. You know, when you go back home and you tell your friends, I bet they've never done that before, have they? That would be really, really nice on board. That's a nice kind of low-key special evening, but there's lots of vibrant things happening. There's a nightclub on board. That's where you'll find Derek. He loves a boogie late into the night.
But do you know what I love as well about Princess ships? Two things, actually, and it's all about gathering. First of all, if you're ever thinking to yourself, well, what shall I do next? Head to the atrium, because, you know, Princess tend to, across their ships, have a central atrium. And that's not only kind of like a meeting point, it's almost like a, oh, there's something going on there at the moment. Or, oh, that's where you'll meet people and they'll give you ideas. Oh, did you go to the so-and-so? Or are you going to the so-and-so later that's happening? And the other way that that works really well is up at the pools, actually, because rather than having a flat pool deck, generally they have like tiered seating, almost a little bit like an amphitheatre, which works great for movies under the stars, but it also works great as it kind of increases the socialising that happens in and around the pools, and it's quite nice to be on different levels as you're lounging and sunbathing and just enjoying the view. It's really lovely. So actually I think Princess cruising is all about kind of connecting with people as well. You'll meet people and talk to people just very, very easily. It's a very easy ship to be on.
Meet people, but also people watching as well. Oh, that's the sea walk that I mentioned earlier. Wow, what fun. The Fountain Light Show, I don't think I gave it justice when I described it. Seeing it there, it's just wonderful. You can feel like you're in Las Vegas. Lots happening all the time. Places to relax, things to do, to just have a really, truly magical holiday. So we're cruising out of Reykjavik, arriving in Ísafjörður, which is just pure magic, fjord town. There's quite an exciting trip if you fancy it. Kayaking through the calm Arctic waters. You can explore Puffin Island by boats, hike past waterfalls and wildflowers. Very active. We're then on to Akureyri, which is a real adventure hub here. Excursions out to waterfalls, volcanic landscapes, and visiting natural hot springs. You can go on a whale watching trip if you want to. unforgettable, just brilliant. Then it's Seyðisfjörður, which is a really pretty town. I think colourful wooden houses, waterfalls tumbling down the mountainsides. I mean, this whole itinerary is all about scenic, beautiful cruising. You're going to take it in, imagine that clean, fresh air as well. A day at sea will arrive in Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands. Again, like I said before, steeped in history. You've got ancient sites here that predate the pyramids. Amazing, so close to home.
In Scotland.
I know, you know now. We're on to Invergordon in Scotland as well. This is your gateway to the Scottish Highlands. Lovely excursions to go and visit the legendary Loch Ness. I mean, the town itself is known for lovely, colourful murals. It's a warm Highland welcome there. We're on to Edinburgh next, which is just, I think it's my favourite city in the UK. It's so warm, welcoming, easy to get around, really, really walkable as well, but really historic. Lots to see. Oh, you can buy some great tartan kilts too. We have a day at sea. We'll arrive in Zeebrugge in Belgium. Here to get around and do a tour, there's a guided e-bike tour. It takes you through the medieval streets and onto the coastal town of Blankenberg, but on an e-bike, so it's not too strenuous. We then cruise back into Southampton. Such a unique itinerary. Flying out to Iceland. What an extraordinary destination to explore first, then cruising all the way home to Southampton, through Iceland, the Scottish Isles and Bruges.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's kind of like a couple of cruise itineraries sort of together, isn't it? Really, really nicely. Like, you know, a bit of British Isles, a little nip across to Belgium for the day, for the port for Bruges, which is lovely, but Reykjavik and actually being there. And so many people, you know, I don't know whether it's just Iceland's been in the news more in the last 4 years or whatever it is, but a lot more people are taking like mini breaks to Iceland. So this is great because you get that mini break in Reykjavik, which is the capital. It's where the Blue Lagoon and all the highlights are. And then you get this wonderful, gentle, relaxing, enjoyable cruise back to the UK. Oh, and you're doing it all at an amazing price tag as well, by the way. Take a look at this, because this is the flights, the stay in Reykjavik and the cruise back. It's a very gentle cruise back as well. It's a very lengthy cruise back as well, which is brilliant. And you can book this today. We're getting you ahead of the crowd. Deposits of just £99 each today if you book. This price is awesome. And remember, book it today and you've got some plans in place for next June. I know, that's super organised. Our price includes, as I said, that flight from the UK out to Reykjavik, the 3-night hotel stay, that's included in the package price, and then that 10-night cruise on Regal Princess back to Southampton via more of Iceland's wonders, the Orkneys, Scotland, and even a day in the port for Bruges in Belgium to pick up those lovely chocolates on the way back. Incredible service, food, entertainment, and princess signatures for you to enjoy on the whole of this amazing cruise. Get it booked today. £99 each deposit. Of course you'll book it today. Here's all the details you need. And actually, you might think now about your upgrade, because you are booking so far ahead of time. You might be looking and thinking, shall we treat ourselves? Shall we go for that balcony and enjoy that lovely balcony dining service that you were talking about? Maybe you have got a big birthday coming and it's round about this kind of time. Maybe you've been meaning to do a trip like this and Iceland's been on the list for absolutely ages and you've been thinking about it. Maybe this is honeymoon territory. Maybe this is second or third honeymoon territory. You don't need an excuse, by the way. To do a holiday like this, you really do not need an excuse. If you want to do it, just call the team and get it booked as quickly as you possibly can. The number is 0800 953 4700. Remember, we are here to talk to you 7 days a week and it's an absolutely free call. It's amazing. So I would get on it with these low deposits. It's great, isn't it?
It really is. Right, we've got time for our final Princess Cruises package in this show, which is bookable with a deposit of just £99 per person. And it's a 16-night Scandinavia and the Baltics Explorer with a Finland stay. And it starts back on board the Regal Princess from Southampton on the 15th of May next year. I was just thinking next year, I have got a big wedding anniversary and it's my husband's big birthday. So this could be it. Are you celebrating some wonderful things next year? Because this might be the one for you. On board Regal Princess, which will feel truly, truly special from start to finish. The lovely thing about these itineraries are the sea days. This is when you get to enjoy the ship and explore. We just saw there, didn't we, the Discovery at Sea programme with Discovery. Now this is where on top deck there's presentations about the world, the ocean, where you're going, so you can get a real feel for it, because the places you're going you might not know everything about. And it's quite nice really to get that history, the backstory. It makes the kind of port visits more exciting. You can learn as well when you're on board, if you haven't already booked them, about the excursions that you might want to take. And that's really nice too, to go up to the desk, talk through them and decide. You don't have to take the excursions. I always tell you about the things to do. You don't have to do that. Every port we go to, you can entirely do what you want and take the day at your leisure. Back on board, oh yes, the Lotus Spa. That really is a speciality of Princess, with all the wonderful treatments that they offer. Also, there's a salon on board. If you need a haircut, or perhaps you are having a special dinner and you just want your hair styled, a bit of a blow dry, go for it. The staterooms, from interior up to suites, wonderful. There's the balcony. That's where you could be having your breakfast brought to you. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Mini suites up to full suite. There's lots going on in the day too. So if you do back home do a bit of yoga, Pilates, cycling, exercise classes, you don't need to stop just because you're on holiday. That all takes part on the cruise ship. There's a gym, but things take place outside as well. You can go on a group run on the jogging track, which would just be really nice, wouldn't it? Outside in the middle of the ocean. Really, really good. Lots of places to relax, lots of things to do. So 15th of May next year, we're cruising out of Southampton. We're arriving in the port for Bruges in Belgium. Zeebrugge, think canals, cobbled streets, chocolate shops, fairy tale squares. Honestly, when you're in the middle of the square and you look up, you might actually think it's a Disney film set. It's so fairy tale like, it's so beautiful. Chocolates, mwah, yummy. That was a chef's kiss. We're on to Rotterdam in the Netherlands, which is bold, modern. It's totally different to Amsterdam if you've been there. It's got cutting edge architecture. There's harbour cruises where you can really see the world's busiest ports. We'll then cruise onto Oslo in Norway. Lots of Viking history here. You've got the ship museum with the opportunity there to dress up as a Viking. I mean, who doesn't want to do that at least once in your lifetime?
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course. We're then cruising on to Kristiansand, which is a relaxed coastal part of Norway. There's pretty old towns, sandy beaches, lovely scenic boat trips here, fantastic excursions that soak it all up without feeling too strenuous. Then Skagen in Denmark, which is where two seas meet. Now you can take an excursion right to the tip where you can stand with a foot in each sea. Can you imagine that? Sounds fun and a bit different. Then we're cruising on to Copenhagen in Denmark. Here, visit the Little Mermaid statue, stroll along the waterfront. Isn't that such a beautiful waterfront? I think this is the day where I would just take it at my own leisure. Great excursions to be had, but really nice just to walk around, take some photos, take it easy. We're on to Warnemünde next. Now, your gateway to Berlin. Wow, you've got all those iconic landmarks. Powerful history of the Berlin Wall, Checkpoint Charlie, one of Europe's most fascinating capital cities. What a day you'll have there. Before going to Bornholm, here you can explore the castle. You can walk right through its ruins. It's one of the biggest castle complexes in Northern Europe. You can visit a traditional smokehouse as well and try some local herring. Does that take your fancy? We're on to Poland and you're going to visit Gdansk. Here, the shipyards, they're really, really interesting, well worth visiting. There's also amber jewellery workshops, one of the best places in the world for it. Some shopping, that sounds nice. Visby in Sweden is next. Here you can walk inside the medieval city walls and explore towers that you can actually climb as well. So there's a guided medieval town walk full of Viking stories, of legends. Oh, that sounds fun. We're going to Tallinn in Estonia next. Here, There's an amazing viewpoint if you climb Tumpier Hill, then you walk straight into the town below, the guild halls, the courtyards, there's underground passages to explore on a guided tour too. We're then going to cruise into Helsinki in Finland, where you come off the cruise ship, but we've got 2 nights in a hotel, which is great because this is a city where everything's so accessible. There's a guided highlights tour which covers Senate Square, the harbour, the famous Sibelius monument. One of the most popular excursions is the ferry trip out to the sea fortress, where you can walk through tunnels, courtyards and historic fortifications as well. But you've got a couple of days there. You can take it at your leisure before flying home to the UK. Just wow, all those places that you're visiting. 2 nights in Helsinki at the end, elegant, cultural and brilliantly immersive.
It's like an atlas of Scandinavia and the Baltics, that, isn't it? It's brilliant. And honestly, I think there's only 2 sea days on that lovely itinerary. It's just you going from place to place. It's almost like you're changing country as well. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. There's a little bit of everything to look forward to on this. Full board for 2 weeks on Regal Princess with a lovely Helsinki stay at the end, which I think is really, really nice. I don't think we've ever done Helsinki before. And of course, a return flight to the UK. And a price tag, again, that is worthy of being on this show. We only show you the best. Look at this. And you can book this today with deposits of just £99 per person for a limited time. It is incredible. I love that. And remember, you're starting the cruise in Southampton, and then you are ticking off Belgium and Holland and Norway and Denmark and Germany and Poland and Estonia and Sweden for an incredible price, and having that wonderful end of the cruise in Finland, in Helsinki, which is the capital as well. 2 nights there in a hotel before your flight home. Remember, you can book this today with a deposit of just £99 each, and that's why it's worth acting sooner rather than later. And here are all the details that you need. And remember, when you call us here at Cruise First, kind of the clue's in the name. Cruise is what we do first and foremost. It's what we've been doing for over 25 years. So you may be looking at this and thinking, hang on a minute, there must be something he's not telling me. There must be some other charge up his sleeve that he's not telling us about. And there really isn't. That price on screen is absolutely brilliant. It really, really is. And that's because we are booking on behalf, and I know I've said this 1,000 times, but it's worth you knowing because new people are joining us all the time, that we're booking holidays on behalf of thousands of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people as a worldwide global company. So the deals that we can do with the cruise lines, with hotel brands, with the airlines, with tour operators is phenomenal. And remember, we're APTA bonded and ATOL protected as well. It's another big reason why people put their trust in us here at Cruise First.
With 25 years of travel expertise, when booking with Cruise First, you can be sure that you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We work with all the major cruise lines to bring you the most comprehensive selection of exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and ATOL Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is always safe with us. We've been here on your TV screens for over a decade, making us the longest-running cruise channel in the UK. We make it easy to budget for your dream holiday. With many of our deals, just pay a deposit today and you then have until your due date to pay the balance. Plus, we're one of the highest-rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 7,000 independent reviews. This all means that you can be fully confident when booking your next exciting adventure with Cruise First.
And as always in one of these shows, we've shown you 3 offers and we've shown you them in detail. I think that's the great thing about this channel, is that we take you on the ship. We take you through the itinerary, because some places, if I was to hand you that brochure, one of those off the desk, you'd look at the names of the places, especially those places we were going through in Iceland, Grundarfjord or Isafjord, not a Scooby-Doo, have no idea anything about them whatsoever, vaguely even know where they are in the world. But it's great that we can go through all of that one by one. But my point here is we can only fit 3 into a show to show you that in great detail. There are many more amazing Princess offers that for a limited time right now, you can be grabbing for deposits of just £99 each. So you being super organised, as you always are, you could be booking your 2028 cruises right now and getting £99 each deposit.
Fantastic. And I think by booking ahead like that, by being organised, it allows you to budget so that you can have more holidays, because that's what life is all about.
That's
having holidays to look forward to and to plan to.
So true. Holidays. Come to us every time you want good news, because we talk nothing but holidays. Thanks for your company as always. See you soon.
Bye.